OKFM 101.7.
Okay, 101.7. Swini. Ora George Opare Addo, a national youth organizer of the NDC. Osaya Mranimuni. Lord, me watching. Lord, good morning. Lord, good morning. Okay, 101.7. Swini. Mira George Opare Addo, me watching.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to say. Where the fire family and a youth manufacture manifesto launch. And now say a policy. Mpesi ye clear ha.
Hello.
Yeah, maybe say. And man na ye policy launch and now say na ye youth manifesto launch.
What exactly is a manifesto? Manifestos are policies that government intends or political parties intend to put out.
Oh, okay.
And so, we don't have, when we say a manifesto, it's the sum of all the promises you've put together. How would it to obtain anymore? And so clearly, a policy and a manifesto, the only difference is that the manifesto is a bundle of promises put together. Policies usually have specific areas of just one aspect of area, one direction, you have this policy for this. But when you sum all together, you have a manifesto.
Do a youth policy? Hello? Try to me why what room. Okay, 101.7. Me kai mu se mo affiliates no. Mo send them rana yemfa entudwa ahobrase FM efa yen live ewo Asankragwa ahobrase FM 85.5. Wom fa live wo Asankragwa nti wo Asankragwa ne nipatam no obetimi atie afri ho. Mo send them ra. Yeah. Ha, no, me sam akwa ba bio. Yeah. Ha. Na musa fire famwe. De ben de ben na wo sa policy no youth policy no mu a woni ewiase nyina beche.
Oh, we looked at various sectors of the Ghanaian economy. We looked at education, we looked at healthcare, ICT and innovation, employment and unemployment, entrepreneurship, the 24-hour economy, mining and apprenticeship. And then we also looked at social inclusion and good governance and the need for a ministry solely for youth development. And then we also looked at creative arts and sports. So we looked at broader areas concerning revenue. And we looked at agriculture and trade and then entrepreneurship, like I said.
Concerning the ATN say level 100 tertiary ebe free. San kombo yi uchiremu a ene say
Yeah, I say level 100 tertiary ebe free. Offer level 100 for an alpha university students. There were various fees which are. There were faculty user fee. There were residential user fee. And there were academic user fee. Yeah, can I say you be taking care of academic user fee for first year students in tertiary and a public university. Before you become a student of every tertiary institution, an offer must be made to you, you must apply, and then an offer is made to you. And on the offer letter, you have pay a certain amount of money to confirm that you've accepted the offer. It is when which area normal access to portal non waiting register or about the students of the university. So in this instance, an offer is made. Would you offer letter now who is students yet? They were committed on without payment. No. Now when you access now register. Most students struggle at that initial stage. When you admission area, then usually admission, the time frame is short. Maybe after 3 weeks, when to me and share and the space now move before. So So a lot of people who ordinarily would have gotten after the Opesika, it becomes a challenge. They are buying a kind of that transition from secondary school to university. No, it's always a problem. It's admission fee now. A woman usually it ranges between 1,800 and 2,200 for the whole year. And by the may absorb it for academic user fee, so that you can have access to the portal and register and become a student. The student loan trust fund, the law is that only a student you cannot access the loan. If you register here, now you have access to the portal. Now you become a student of the school. And so now you can now access the student loan trust fund. In the subsequent years, the who needs to fees now, you can use your loan to access the student loan no. Now with the chair fees no. But we want that transition to be smooth so that every year the secondary school results, university, there are so many students that they results to internet so I can support their fees. That is what we want to cure. And the year cost, this year, less than 123,000 students and a whole university. We are costing, fund even at 2,200, 210 million Ghana cedis, about $30 million. Where are we getting the funding from? Office of Government Machinery under this government. The budget alone is 2 billion. Now, Office of Government Machinery, the budget was 600 million. President Mama said, we don't need that 2 billion there. Well, we can just take 250 million out of that money. Then they are buying the animal over 120,000, 130,000 students to go to university. We'd rather take that money and give it to them instead of spending it on Office of Government Machinery. It is in the trade. There is a dedicated year over there, and the Abua. And this amount only constitutes just about 10% of the total budget on free SHS. You see, it is feasible, it's doable, and it can be done.
Oh, okay. Now, Lord, mami, where idea could be more about youth in digital and space, ICT, so. Makasa will be provided. Me who say we are called to $3 billion to train about 1 million youth and our young adults. And also to say,
and obviously the $3 billion we're training. You see, we're training 1 million young coders. And if this comes from a bigger vision of President Mahama, we started what we call the Digital Centers and the Technological Impact. Accra Digital Center was one. President Mama laid fiber optic cables from Accra all the way to Boku. The idea behind it was that we're going to lay these fiber optic cables to support ICT and make data cheaper. We started building ICT centers in almost all the constituencies and district capitals so that it becomes the platform for training. And the Accra Digital Center in Accra, we're supposed to have built 2 more, one in the middle belt and one in the northern belt. So that becomes the hub. And then the district centers now will become the places like Kodaneba, coding. Today, ICT and AI drives the world. And it provides a lot of job opportunities for people. And the good news is that you can be in Ghana while engaging companies all over the world. And even like a Ghana woman say, Ghana when it is day in Ghana, it is day in London. Between the landing for when it is day in Asia, it is night in Ghana. So only here 24 hours, which I Juma and Asia for you, which you know my Juma. When it is night, when it is day on the western coast of the U.S., California, Seattle, the West, Utah, Las Vegas, and you may be 5:36 for Ghana. So all these outsourcing jobs on our data processing in America, we can be sourcing them and bringing them for our young people here. Also, the Ghanaian English is impeccable, but for now I can add it. These call centers, who trap plane tickets can now offer call centers, offer airlines. The call centers are in India and Africa. So we can set up all these call centers here and be bringing some of these jobs here. All he needs is to train them on ICT and have a proper understanding of what they are doing. And so if you train coders, it is the way to go. Also, data security has become very important and critical. And so all these big organizations coming up on processing data, they need people to man their data centers and the security of it. So the more people you train, the more jobs you open. And when you train 1 million coders, they don't need to travel out of Ghana. They don't need big office spaces. All they need is their laptop and reliable internet. And they can work anywhere in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't need brick and concrete offices.
Okay.
To put them in.
Mm-hmm.
Or to the laptops, not to the chemicals, and I've seen so many people around the world work like that.
Mm-hmm.
They work remote. And so that is the kind of system we want to promote. And as the they don't move from wherever they are. They want to just be in their comfort zones and work. And that is what we are proposing.
Oh, okay.
Now, so to train 1 million coders is going to help bring jobs and sustainable jobs to young people in this country.
Okay. Now, you're on the field of industry. Now, you're within that policy of 24-hour economy, no? And it's a youth, no? How do they fit in?
Every adwuma and I'm saying mebunu and a dosu. So obey adwuma the workforce and the labor force is mebunu and a dosu. What we are saying is that 24 hours a month, the simplest of explanation. One job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Formula 1, 3, 3. What it simply means is that say we be a factory. Now per month find a bar. Now factory near adwuma 8 to 5. Like President Mama did for the pharmaceutical companies. I'm more incentives now. Today, most of the pharmaceutical companies now they are exporting their drugs outside Ghana. And so what they have the incentive they produce to meet the Ghanaian market. And there is excess. West Africa has a big market. Like West Africa has over 400 million people. Once they are producing right, people will accept it and use it. And so that is all we are saying.
Now,
we will create jobs. And so if we are doing 3 shifts, area, now is the question. When the production for all production may meet the Ghanaian market, maybe production may meet the West African market, if the production may meet the African market. So we must find a market for them. We must give them and we must be able to let them expand. And we also say that for the 24-hour economy to work effectively, we must be able to provide adequate security, adequate street lighting, and all this will create jobs. If we are going to provide adequate security for people to be able to work in the evening, provide adequate transportation services, it means that there is a trickle-down effect. More policemen, more servicesmen, more buses, more bus drivers, more Okada riders. It will create a trickle-down effect.
Now,
so the economy...
Law, people say, send a wage bill, no so akosoro.
No. So there is both private sector and public sector.
Okay.
But all the sectors are present. Mama just seeing now. The ports, it pays for itself. The revenue that is generated at the ports can pay for the workers when they are working extra. The banks not even mama 24/7. No. It generates revenue and pays itself. DVLA, license, meaning free, you pay for it. And so revenue is generated. Hospital, will be a hospital, will be no hospital free. Either you are paying or your health insurance is paying. So it all involves money. And so all these are services that are being rendered and people are paying. When factories are working 24/7, the generation of products now more, they are selling them and they are making money and they are exporting them. And so wage bills will go out for the organization, but their revenue will increase. And government will get more taxes from the people who are working. So government can take those taxes and spend in other sectors of the economy.
Now, I mean, one more year private persons and individuals, no. One more no, how say one be year roped in. Abambe more incentives be na be I see be our light. We are Juma 24 hours now. Oh, no instance can be a bit you say what I be say. And would there be incentives for them?
There is incentives for them. And yesterday we spoke to it. Obi said, for instance, we are Juma our factory now we are 24 hours. There was smart meters. If you work during the day from 8 to 5, the meter has a way of reading. A do may after 6 now start the production. The meter has a way of reading a bit reducing tariff. No, then because of technology, everything is possible. And so, if what we are saying that instead that mama and you will not get the incentive if you are only working in the evening. You have to work around the clock to be able to get size and everything. So the meter works from morning and about 6 hours. Because of how it is running, about 6 automatically the meter itself will adjust and begin to run at a lower rate for you.
Oh, okay.
Based on the incentives. And then they also tax incentives are enabled for people who are even employing young people, for new businesses run by young people. It is all in the documents.
Mm-hmm. Well. Na mami na wase na min ka se we no ka mo new manifesto na mo de ba no ho.
All we did was that we only extracted youth-related issues, and then as part of International Youth Day, the two there.
Now, Sabre no one no more present, no more reaction to the presentations. I would wa me tie be net saying.
People are excited. People saw hope because we sowed hope to the good people of this country.
Oh, okay. And mama na was a pa na min senya me pa emfa ma wo na bibia mu so eni komo. Yes, that's a pa. Bye.
Your call has been put on hold.
You're George Opare Addo and the other prepare come okay 101.7
OKFM 101.7.